Hey, Tom. I just want to ask you, we'll see what happens, right, with Leonard Fournette and then what he's able to do if he's able to play on Sunday. But tell me just what he has meant this year, sort of to your offense and his growth. I mean, I guess it started really in the playoffs a year ago, but I know you got other guys too that have played really well.
Yeah, Leonard does a great job when he's in there, and I think his obviously there's a lot of different things for us in the run game, pass game, blitz pickup. Very dependable, consistent player for us. So he's had a lot of production this year. Other guys really stepped up when he was out, but obviously we all love having Lenny in there. So did a great job in the biggest moments last year. I think everyone believes in him and trusts in him and knows he can really come through for us.
Sarah Walsh.
Hey, Tom. What is it about this team? You guys did this last year where you were able to avenge losses from the regular season and the postseason, and now you have the opportunity again with the Rams. And Mike Evans said something to us yesterday, like, I love facing teams that beat us. How do you approach that? Do you look forward to it? And why has this Bucs team been successful in having the right outcome at the right time?
I think that, you got to, all these games are a little bit independent from one another. And yeah, we played them earlier in the year and a very different team we had. I think a little bit of a different team they had too. So they're each their own individual type of game. They're going to require their own individual performance and stuff. So I think the point is it doesn't really matter what happened, in October when we played them last. It's really about this game and what we learned from the last game. And anytime you know your opponent, I think that always gives you a little bit of understanding of kind of what they do well, things you wish you would have done. But it's a very talented football team. Obviously, one of the great teams in the NFL, really good offense, tremendous defense, really well coached, great specialists. So it's going to be a very, very difficult game for us.
Greg Allman.
Hey, Tom, in your history, obviously you had so much success in the playoffs playing in your home stadium. This team, so much better at home. I think it's 30 points every game except the Saints. Obviously, it's an advantage that you guys earned this year. And just want to ask you why you think you guys have played so much better here in Tampa at home.
I don't know. It's a good question. We'd want to play well every week, regardless of where we play and who we play. Some weeks are a little bit better than others. And, it's, we're going to have to play great this week. That's the point. This team really challenges you. So I'm glad we're playing at home. There's great communication for us. We're going to have to be really on top of a lot of different things, especially a team does as many different fronts and pressures. They have a lot of different personnel packages. A lot of guys come in and rotate for them. So our communication is going to be really important.
Generally.
Hey, Tom, I don't know if you remember this, although you've got a pretty good memory. I was talking to one of your former colleagues about a particular game. It might have been a postseason game where you and Josh McDaniels, like the morning of the game, you made a suggestion to him about moving Randy Moss into the slot on a particular play because you thought it would draw a better matchup. Just can you speak to, first of all, if you remember that, but also just the way you've embraced kind of this chess match and the fact that you are constantly trying to think of ways to get yourself better matchups.
Yeah, I think the preparation, it just obviously starts as soon as the moment ends, and then it goes right up until the start of the game. So, I don't put it past any of us to come in on Saturday morning or Sunday morning and say, hey, I think we should do this, or I was watching some things on Saturday afternoon, and I think maybe this gives us a better opportunity, because you just got to keep using every minute you have to get to ultimately the game. And, I think it's a really important part of preparation is, once you get the game plan in, you kind of keep refining it and tweaking it, and you always get in a position where it's just, you feel like it's a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And, we do that throughout the week, and obviously it goes right up till kickoff. So, and then obviously into the game, I think we should do this and as a type of adjustment. So those are all really important things to have at your disposal.
Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Tom, your success in the playoffs has exceeded, just your accomplishments have exceeded every player in the NFL. You're now being compared to some franchises where you've had more touchdown passes, more wins than most franchises in the NFL. Have you accomplished everything you've wanted to in the NFL, or are there things out there you still want to check off?
I think it's just a credit to all the great teams I've been on you know, I've just been a part of so many great teams over a long period of time. So I love that I've been able to do it for as long as I've had. I love the game and I love being out there with my teammates. So we just had a lot of success over a lot of years trying to do the right thing. And obviously what we've done here the last, 2 seasons has been a lot of fun for me to learn and grow with these players and our organization and put ourselves in a good position. Now we got to go take advantage of it.
We have time for a few more. We'll go to John Ledyard.
Tom, Mike Evans told us this past week that he loves to see man coverage. I know the Rams, I think, play less man coverage than any other team in the league, but it's not really a true zone when you look at them, right? They have some aggressive matchup principles. How do you prepare for a defense that's kind of unique like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think man coverage is definitely a part of things that we face from time to time, and zone coverage has kind of become man once people come to their area. So this is a really tough matchup. You know, these guys lock onto you pretty good at times too. So they may call it zone, but a lot of times it plays like man, and certain route concepts are guarded like man. So I mean, I think this team does a lot of good things well. Obviously, rush passer well. I think they cover you really well in the secondary. They get a lot of turnovers. They sack the quarterback, strip sacks. They have a lot of dynamic players. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey's one of the great corners in the league. So between the guys that they have in the secondary as well as the front, you have no place that you can take off. These guys they can turn you over. They can make big plays like they did the other night when David Long got the pick 6. So it's a very, very challenging team.
Last one from Jenna.
Hey, Tom, you've been to the postseason so many times, and it almost seems like it becomes a second season for you after Thanksgiving, the month of December on, when a lot of guys can be not just physically fatigued, but mentally fatigued. For you, how are you able to kind of tap into this extra gear psychologically to where you're mentally firing on all cylinders when the postseason comes around?
Well, I think for all of us, it's, repeating good process is an important part about, getting to this time of year. It's, you don't do much different. You just do more of what got you here. So the things that work, we do more of, you try to eliminate all the other distractions. And I even told Nelson, I won't do anything extra this week. I just want to do football. That's all I want to do to prepare and get ready. So, that's how we should all approach it. This isn't the time for the, trips to the movie theaters or there's a time to lock in on football, because this is all we have is 3 days left and we got to earn more. So you just look at it like that. Everything you can kind of put off till the end of the year. And we just certainly hope the end of the year isn't Sunday night. We just got to keep, but we have to earn it. You got to go win and move on.
All right, that's all we have.
Thank you.